about memorizing anatomy, physio, all the syllabus, but I realized that it's more about things that are not even mentioned in the books. Recently, I was going through some of my old photos and videos from first year, and I realized that I am not the same person I was when I was in first year when I entered MBBS. And that's not because I have my life figured out. Trust me, I don't. I'm not from a medical background. मेरी family में कोई भी doctor नहीं है. I'm going to be the first doctor of my family. So I never knew how it's going to be. I had certain expectations which were not at all real. So if you are a first year student or you are about to enter MBBS, this video is for you. Like an elder sister telling you what I wish someone told me before entering MBBS. So let's talk about the 10 biggest lessons MBBS has taught me so far. First thing I learned is that you don't have to feel motivated all the time to be a good medical student. Me, I used to believe that when I go to medical college, then everybody around me is going to feel motivated all the time. They are going to be passionate about it, and they're going to wake up every morning very inspired कि आज हम ये achieve कर लेंगे, वो कर लेंगे. But it's not like that. The reality is quite different. There are going to be days when you feel motivated, but there are also going to be days when you are going to be staring at your notes for 20 minutes straight and कुछ भी नहीं जाएगा दिमाग में, कुछ भी. There are going to be days when you're going to question your study methods, your career choices, everything around you. Trust me, it does not mean you are falling apart. It just means you are a human. Okay, so the second lesson I learned is that motivation creates discipline. It's the opposite actually. Discipline की वजह से motivation आती है. Don't rely on motivation at all.
लाइट खत्म हो गई है. कंटेंट क्रिएटर होने जा रहे हैं, मार्स को चार्ज नहीं किया.
Anyways, high achiever वाले बच्चे जो सब कुछ कर लेते हैं, they are not the ones who are always motivated. They are the ones who show up every day even when they are not motivated. The third lesson I learned was that your self-worth cannot depend entirely on your academic performance. Even me, at some point during my first year, I struggled a lot because first year में क्या होता है ना, that you really don't know how to, what's the perfect routine to study, what's the perfect manner of studying. You try a lot of study methods and sometimes nothing works out for you. And MBBS is very much different from school. Okay, school में we aim for 90%. हमारे लिए 95%, 98% लाना बहुत आसान होता था. But in MBBS, पास होना is a very big victory in itself. The competition here is different. Standards अलग होते हैं. The syllabus is very vast. There will be times where you don't perform up to your standards. आप जो सेट करके जाते हो माइंड में कि आज मेरा एग्ज़ाम अच्छा जाएगा, मैंने बहुत अच्छे से प्रिपेयर किया है, हो सकता है वो अच्छा ना जाए. मेरे साथ हुआ है ऐसा. आई हैव बिन देयर. एंड ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आप किसी एग्ज़ाम के लिए उतने अच्छे से प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं हो, बट दैट एग्ज़ाम गोज़ द बेस्ट. ऐसा भी हुआ है मेरे साथ. हो सकता है आपका वाइवा बहुत बुरा जाए, और वाइवा goes very badly, somebody else performs better than you. What I have learned is that you are more than your marks. Medicine is something that you do. It's not completely who you are. So the fourth lesson is you're going to see people in your class who appear to have their life sorted. It may be true, but it may also not be. Everybody is struggling more than they appear to be. Someone is posting aesthetic study sessions, someone is answering more in class, someone is always ahead of the syllabus, someone seems incredibly confident, and you are sitting there wondering if you are the only one who feels overwhelmed. But then you start talking to people and you realize that you are not the only one. When you talk to people, you get to know that they are also suffering from self-doubt, burnout, exam stress, but some people are just better at hiding it. And honestly, realizing that made me become a little kinder to myself. So, the next lesson I learned is that consistency is much more powerful than intelligence. But MBBS doesn't reward occasional brilliance, it awards repetition, consistency, showing up every day. The thing that you need to realize is that medicine is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Next lesson is that comparison never ends. Trust me, never. This is something that I have struggled with. In school, you used to compare only your marks. MBBS में आके you compare everything. Your marks, social life, productivity, exam, entrance exam plans, your future plans, your career, your practical skills, attendance. There is always going to be someone who is better than you. And if you constantly chase comparisons on a personal level, you will not feel that you are growing. You will never feel satisfied. I think it's more peaceful to just ask yourself, are you better than you were 6 months ago, or are you better than how you were yesterday? The next one actually surprised me. This was how I imagined my medical life would be, that it would be very aesthetic. And what I would remember is that हाथ में मेरे बुक्स होंगी, एस्थेटिक सी कॉफ़ी होगी. ये अभी तक मैंने ख़त्म नहीं की है कॉफ़ी, बहुत ही बेकार कॉफ़ी बनी है. एनीवेज, आई इमेजिन्ड माई लाइफ वुड बी वेरी एस्थेटिक, एंड वही मुझे याद रहेगी दैट मेरे हाथ में बुक्स हैं, आई एम वेयरिंग दैट वाइट कोट, हाथ में मेरे एस्थेटिक सी कॉफ़ी है, एंड आई एम waking up in the morning very motivated, very inspired. मैं classes जा रही हूँ regularly, and then class में बैठ के everything I know everything. मुझे सब समझ में आ रहा है जो मुझे class में पढ़ाया जा रहा है. This I used to think, but when I look back at those 2 years, I realized that it was not about that. What I remember is laughing with friends, random canteen conversations, is surviving first year together. Trust me, the people you survive first year with. फर्स्ट ईयर सर्वाइव करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. इफ़ यू हैव सर्वाइव्ड फर्स्ट ईयर, विच आई एम श्योर you all will, those cooking sessions that we used to have, we still do, and post exam relief, एग्ज़ाम के बाद जो एक हफ़्ता हमारा नो स्टडी रूटीन है कि पढ़ना ही नहीं है, अब तो एग्ज़ाम ख़त्म हुआ है, एक हफ्ते तक तो कोई बुक्स नहीं खुलेंगी. दैट इनसाइड जोक्स, that is what matters in the end. Those small moments, they felt ordinary at that time, but we didn't realize we were making greater memories for our future. Okay, so the next lesson that I learned is, ये lesson तो मुझे लग रहा है मैं अभी सीख ही रही हूँ, मैंने सीखा नहीं है अच्छे से, that rest is productive. Every time I used to not study के अलावा कुछ भी मैं कर रही हूँ, मुझे guilty feel होता था. अभी भी थोड़ा थोड़ा मुझे होता है. आई एम स्टिल ऑन द प्रोसेस ऑफ processing that rest is productive. If I watched a movie, I felt guilty. If I was sleeping, I was feeling guilty. Everything basically non-padhai made me guilty. But I realized that rest is not laziness, it's maintenance. You cannot expect yourself to perform extraordinarily every time, even when you are feeling exhausted. You are not a robot, and you are not supposed to be. The next lesson that I learned was that confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. It does not come from motivation, from productivity hacks, from study hacks, from motivational videos. Every time you tell yourself that you are going to do a particular task, and when you complete it, that is how you are going to build your trust with yourself and believe in yourself. Every time you show up despite of not feeling up for it, I think it builds confidence in yourself. And I think that's one of the most underrated skills that medical school teaches us, because there are going to be situations जिसमें आपका कोई control नहीं है. If a certain thing has to be done, then it has to be done. You are not going to have any control over it, but in the end of it you're going to realize that it's going to give you more confidence and you are going to believe in yourself more. The last lesson that I want to share with you all is that medical school changes you completely, not just academically but emotionally too. You become more patient. Honestly, I don't know मेरी MBBS ने पेशेंस बढ़ाई है या कम की है, बट आई एम गोइंग टू गो विद दैट इट हैज़ मेड मी मोर पेशेंट. It has made me more resilient, more disciplined, more understanding, and more considerate of the fact that how blessed you are, and how aware you become of the fact that how fragile life can be. You learn things from patients, from failures, from professors, your friends, and somewhere along the way you are also learning about yourself. You discover yourself as a person. If I go back in time and talk to my younger self, my first year wali self, I wouldn't tell her how to score higher. I wouldn't tell her to have it all figured out. I would simply tell her that everything is going to be okay and everything is going to fall in place. You just need to keep going, and that one day she is going to look back and realize how far she has already come. So if you are an MBBS and you're currently feeling overwhelmed, this is your reminder that you are going to be okay and you're probably doing better than you think. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep growing, and don't forget to enjoy the journey while you're living it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.